It's the first dry afternoon that we've had for quite a long time, so I'm out here a little bit earlier than usual, making full advantage of it. I'm determined to find out what this noise is, so I think, as I said in my last video, I'm just going to go through everything from like basics just to work out what this noise could be. It's stupid things like people have said exhaust heat shields. That really is the only one. Everything else underneath is like a soft fabric material, so I don't think it can be that. There is this brake line which I never got around to securing because I hadn't put the panels on, but I don't think it's that. It's too light. What I have noticed is, and you might have heard it on the last video, a bit of a squeak. That's because the fan belt is really loose. Well, I say fan belt, it's the belt that drives water pump alternator. So the alternator is slackened off a little bit. So I'll fix that. And then while I was talking to a colleague, we were trying to work out what else has changed on the car. And one thing that I never really replaced was the cold start enrichment. Well, it's not enrichment, it just alters the timing, because that's that wire, cable here, and I never reinstalled that because I didn't think it was going to make any difference. But of course, oh, that's not good either. That's the main accelerator cable. So yeah, I was basically thinking if that position has an effect, maybe it's like uncontrolled combustion or some weird dieseling effect going on. So I'll go and have a look at the book and make sure that that's in its correct position, and just really jack it up and have a good look, and hopefully when some of the others come out I can get them to rev it up while I'm having a good listen. Jason, font of all knowledge with diesels, also suggested checking the valve clearances or just taking the cam covers off. Just taking a quick eyeball in there to make sure it's not something stupid like a broken rocker or bent push rod or something. So I'll do that, but because it involves opening the top of the engine and getting oil everywhere, I'm going to do that when I've discounted most of the other possibilities. I'm getting very annoyed with this weather. Every single time I try and work on the car, it pisses down. So I'm getting absolutely soaked again. Damn it. It's now absolutely pissing it down, and the car's outside with no covers on it, which is really super annoying because it was actually quite dry in there. It doesn't leak that bad from what I can see, but it's just annoying that it's raining again. The rain has stopped for the moment. All I've really done so far is have a good look around. I've tightened up the alternator belt, and I've realised that that heat shield wasn't quite tight, so I've put an additional washer under there just to check that it's not that. One thing I did spot is that there was a slight polishing mark here where the underside of the bonnet had been touching. So every time I've been driving it and fanning about, that bonnet's been shut, so potentially it could have been vibrating off the top of the engine, although I think I probably would have noticed had it been that. So I'm just going to first off make sure the battery's connected properly, which they are, then try it again. I've also moved that lever all the way forward. I couldn't be bothered to go in and check the workshop manual, although yeah, I'm just going to get it running and then have another look and see what else might be a candidate for vibrating. Chugging away quite happily at idle. One thing I did notice straight away, yeah, that bolt's actually free spinning in there, so I'll need to nip that up. But that of course is something I disturbed when I was doing the gearbox. But looking at my videos from previous, I think it was actually starting to make that noise even before I disturbed that, like when I was first trying to drive the thing around the car park and free the clutch off. So it's probably not that. I'm just going to let it warm up a little bit more before I start trying to accelerate it and see if I can hear that noise again. Don't know whether I'm winning or just going around in circles, but from the engine bay side with the bonnet up, there's no indication of that noise, which is weird. All the time previously I've been doing it in here. Sweet as a nut now. And I can't hear anything. Weird. Time for another test drive. I've cunningly supported the bonnet on that block of wood just to make sure it's not flat. I'm just going to run it round the business park again and see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't make a noise. I still hate these moments of like anticipation of something good when it could be a disaster again. Right, that noise is just that jerry. Damn it! We got funny noises. But not the one I had before, which is good. Well, there's some rumbles, but we are driving around in a complete heap, so yeah. It's not engine, it's not gearbox. I don't know what it is, but I can't hear it at the moment, so that's just random noises. Thing's awesome. I love it. That's so cool. Right. Well, I'm calling that fixed. I don't know what it was. I don't really care. But that's motivated me to do more welding, which I shall try and do if I don't crash it first. Cool. So there she is in all her glory. Running, driving Rover SD1 turbo diesel. Slightly incontinent, but we'll work on that. Obviously no MOT, still loads of welding to do. I've got to change quite a few bushes at the front, a couple of bushes at the back, and the damper mounts. Then basically, yeah, lots of jobs to do. Refit the interior, blah 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 blah, electrics, wiring. The list is quite a long one, which is why I haven't bothered writing it down, because it would be scary. But anyway, just keep chipping away and it will get done.